Dear friends, this video is about the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly, and more pertinently, it is the 11th emergency session of the United Nations General Assembly since 1950s. The special session of the United Nations General Assembly has been called for, and the aftermath of the United Nations Security Council, a resolution was failed, which was vetoed by the Russian government on Ukrainian war, and the concerns arising thereafter the announcement of Vladimir Putin so as to keep the nuclear powers on high alert. At this given point of time, while negotiations are going in between the Russian and Ukrainian government in Belarus border, the following statement of the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres in the United Nations General Assembly deserves the serious attention of the humanity and world community. He hoped that the direct talks between the two states will produce not only an immediate halt to the fighting, but also a path towards a diplomatic solution. Further, he opined that, I quote, "The guns are now talking, but the path of dialogue must always remain open. It is never late to engage in good faith negotiations and address all issues peacefully." We are 100% adhere to the statement given by the United Nations Secretary General in the United Nations General Assembly in good faith. Further, the President of the United Nations General Assembly, Shagit, made a powerful statement. He stated that the violations on the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the Ukraine is not according to the UN aims and objectives and international law and human rights law. Further, what he has quoted is very important. The 193 member states deserves and represents the conscience of humanity. The point herein is that instead of understanding the conscience of the humanity that has been endorsed in the United Nations General Assembly, and all the civilized societies and communities all over the world is expecting ceasefire, and the negotiation between the Ukrainian and Russian government should end in peaceful dialogue, and discussion and deliberations would end in the war between Russia and Ukraine and pave the way for the international community to live in peaceful atmosphere, at least henceforth. This is the message of this video. Thank you so much.